Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out your other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. We're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future, and then we'll clear that and get into your person's energy and your energy as well. So I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who's returning. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings, so if you'd like one of those, the information is in the description box below. All right, so let's get into your energy. This is for Aquarius, the next 10 days. All right, so in the recent past, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Cups in reverse. In your current energy, we have the Page of Swords in reverse with the Five of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. In the near future, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the World card. And then your overall energy for the next 10 days is the Five of Swords in reverse. So it feels like not wanting to deal with any kind of drama or arguing or anything that brings any kind of drama. So you may just want to take a break and back up and not allow people to come in and be difficult or bring any kind of extra drama to any kind of already dramatic situations, if there are any going on in your life. This is like taking a chill pill, if you will, so that you can just relax without having to deal with others' energy. I do feel very much like you just don't want to have to worry about having your guard up or being defensive or any of those other things. So let's look into the recent past. We've got the Four of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups in reverse. So there is an energy of someone, probably from the past, that's showing back up with, this is just part of getting you into what's going on. So this is a lot of, again, releasing of energies, which we're always doing. Someone who was not emotionally available and most likely had some issues around money. It's someone who held back quite a bit. They may not have shared themselves with you or had the ability to show up in the relationship the same way you were able to. They could have been the breadcrumber, if you will. Sometimes that can be the Four of Pentacles, or just that they held back. They just didn't know how to offer in a relationship what it takes to make it work. So we'll clarify that in just a moment and see. In the current energy with the Page of Swords in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse, this is going to be more specific to those of you who have come out of a serious relationship, most likely a marriage, and not wanting to deal with that person. They could have completely cut off contact, and or you did, because you just didn't want to deal with any more arguments, any more drama, anything that was going to exhaust you to the point where you couldn't function. And that's what it feels like. This person may have just been difficult. So right now it feels like you are shutting down and pulling back. And maybe you've decided, let's cut off communication with this particular energy in the current moment so that we can regroup and figure out how we're going to move forward. Now, we'll clarify that in just a moment as well. In the near future, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the World card. So there's a big cycle that seems to be closing, which we're always closing out. So you could have one major one close out and then a small one close out. In this case, it's like you're coming to a place of finding a sense of independence. Now, this could be that you're just separating from not only the seriousness of the relationship and finding your independence, but you're also finding yourself sort of pulling your energy back, is what I sense, from other people in your life. If you're on the younger side, you could be leaving home and finding a new home life for yourself, your first place of living. Now, if you're older and you've been through some experiences and you're getting out of a marriage, this could be finding your independence from that relationship. Whichever this is for you, the world is stating that, yes, this is a brand new cycle for you. It could be a little bit on the concerning side as far as finances. Can I handle this? Is this going to be really expensive? It feels like those shifts and changes are going to be okay. It just is time to let that cycle close out and start this new one. So let's get some clarifiers and see what's going on. All right, so with the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in reverse, let's see what we have for Aquarius. So we have the Two of Swords, tough decision about your happiness, about your wish fulfillment, and then we have the Four of Swords, and then again the Four of Wands in reverse. So for those of you leaving a long-term relationship or a marriage, there was a tough decision in the past that had to be made. And it's made because you realized after you went within that you want your happiness, which we all want to find, right? And sometimes we can be in a relationship for a very long time. It's very fulfilling, and then something changes. In this case, I feel like that's what's had been occurring for you in the recent past. All of a sudden, what makes you happy is not the same thing that used to make you happy. And it's looking at it like, there's something new. There's something new I want. I want to have a different experience. I want to feel something different. You could just all around want to feel something different in love. We do shift and change, and our love languages can change as we grow. So that decision seems to be difficult. I think you've had to go within quite a bit and ask yourself, what is really going to be fulfilling to me? If I stay in this, am I going to continue to feel as happy? Or do I need to explore something different in my life? That's a big life change to make, especially if you've been in a relationship for a very long time. So I think that's the energy of what you've been feeling up until this point. So let's look at the Page of Pentacles with the King of Cups in reverse. So if that person was holding back, or they too had issues around money, there was difficulties around that situation, I can see where you started to ask yourself, if this person isn't fulfilling me emotionally because they're withdrawn and things have started to split apart, then what is it going to take for me to find that happiness, whether it be alone or in another relationship? But figuring that out is super important. So we have the Page of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles, which is great, and then the King of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. So as you start to make that shift in the recent past, this new beginning comes along. So even though the Ten of Pentacles was showing up in the reverse in the near future, right now it's showing that you have the support that you need financially. There seems to be something new that wants to come in your life. Now, if you're just regaining that passion, or you started to in the past, you may have been in a place where you thought that you didn't want to extend yourself financially. Maybe there was a little bit of fear of, how am I going to handle this? Like I said, if I do move on. Now, you could be dealing with somebody who is holding back financially as well. If there was combined finances and you need to make shifts and changes there, this person could be a little bit difficult on that front. But it seems as though there's an opportunity that comes along to help you out and to support you financially. Things can come from the strangest places when you need them. I can attest to that. When you're going through a tough time or you're going through your spiritual journey, there's a lot of support. So here where you've lost a little bit of a passion, suddenly this Ace of Pentacles comes in and says, hey, there's a new opportunity for you. Let's push you and give you something to let you know that there is support there for you as you're moving towards this new beginning in your life. Now, you could also be experiencing some kind of new beginning at work. And that doesn't have to be like a brand new job. It could be for some of you, but it feels like there's a shift. So it could just feel like a renewed sense. Like, even if it's a step up, a little bit more responsibility, you could get a bit of an increase, or you did in the recent past. And that helps you get to the place that you need to be to get through this either separation, divorce, or splitting of that relationship. All right, so then we had the King of Cups in the upright on the bottom of the deck with this. And I think it was important to pick up and talk about, because as you start to push away from an energy that seemed to not be giving or open emotionally, then a new energy feels like it's moving towards you. Now, this one could have already shown up for you, and it's so completely different than what you experienced before. So there's someone that's very loving. It could have been a parent or higher up that's just nurturing and sort of guiding you in supporting emotionally, guiding you through the process to get you over the hump of this shift, this change, and new cycle in your life. So whoever that may be for you, whether it could be a big brother, a father figure, or even a boss sometimes that's just super supportive and there for you while you make these changes. All right, so let's look at the Page of Swords in reverse with the Five of Wands. I do feel this is your energy, not so much somebody else that isn't speaking up right now. Now, it could be for some of you that person completely cut off communication, but I sense that it's more you because you just feel like it would be better for yourself, energetically speaking, to cut that off so that you don't have to deal with the drama, so you can maintain moving in the direction that you need to for yourself, finding that new happiness for you, whatever that means for you, whether it's a new place, I keep hearing a new apartment, or a brand new opportunity with work and you need to be able to focus, so you have to cut out any energy from that relationship in order to be able to focus, just so it's not draining you while you're making these changes. All right, so then we have the Temperance in reverse with the Two of Cups and the World card again. So this is a big, huge change. Now, the Two of Pentacles in reverse can mean that there was a point where you felt like you were still teetering and not sure. With Temperance in reverse and the Two of Cups, it could feel like you just kind of want to push through this cycle because it's a little bit frustrating. But again, that supportive energy that we were talking about, this is somebody, and it could be a love interest as well, that pops up into your life and you're in this current time. Now, if this person hasn't shown up, they may soon. And this is somebody who really gets you and is supportive. It could just be a friend. Two of Cups doesn't always have to be someone romantic. It's just somebody who understands you and what you're going through. It could even be a support group. Sometimes those are really helpful when we go through these tough times. It could be a support group through YouTube. Maybe it's through tarot that you're finding some kind of hope that things are going to start moving forward. Now, there might be just a tad bit of a need for patience as you move through this, as hard as it can be to find that when you're going through a big, huge change. But the world not only says that, yes, you're closing it out and starting anew, but there's so much to look forward to with this fresh new start. It can be tough to see that light or that exciting part of that new beginning. Now, we could be dealing with a Leo, a Taurus. Sorry, I paused for just a second. I wanted to see all the energies we might be dealing with. I do have a lot of Earth, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Lots of that. And then we also have fire, so Leo, Sag, or Aries. All right, so let's look at the Five of Wands with the Four of Wands in reverse in the current energy. This is for Aquarius. So we have the Queen of Swords, so speaking up, being very clear about what it is that you want and walking away from this situation. So the Hierophant in reverse is also to me about a divorce. Now the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is you finding the clarity that you need. Masculine or feminine energy, doesn't matter. Speaking your truth. Now, if you've cut off communication, you're just getting very clear about how you want to move forward and how you want to walk away from this situation and close this out. With the Hierophant in reverse, that tells me that it is a break of a union that was either something that you committed to in church or just a disconnect of a higher level reunion or a high level union. Sorry. So you could be having a little bit of a moment of, how do I have faith that I can get through this? It's been really difficult. Having to walk away from this has caused a little bit of trouble finding that clarity. But this is giving you that push to see things from a different perspective. It's needing to get that clarity about what the next steps are and how you're going to make them. And sometimes we just need to shut people out in order to find that clarity. All right, so let's look at the Nine of Pentacles, where you do start to find a feeling of freedom and independence and a direction. All right, so this is for Aquarius. Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Star in reverse. So very much about healing. But right now, it's a focus on you. It's getting your passion back. The Queen of Wands is someone who focuses primarily on being and feeling passionate about not only yourself, but this is how you appear to other people as well. So even if on the inside there's a little bit of stuff going on the outside you're actually radiating a lot of passionate energy, which draws people to you. So you may find that people are starting to feel like they're drawn to your energy because you exude this in the near future. So with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Star in reverse, this is taking that time before you move into anything brand new to do the healing. And with it in reverse, it tells me that it's going to take a little bit of time. The Knight of Wands, it could be slow moving instead of moving as quickly as you'd like it to be. But while you're doing that, you sure are looking good while you go through this. The Lovers in reverse is showing up, so it's saying that yes, it's been a difficult breakup, but you finding that passion again as you change this cycle is what's going to be important. All right, so let's look at the Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the World card. All right. This is for Aquarius. So we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the Knight of Cups and the Magician in reverse. And then the Lovers show back up in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Cups. This is finding, again, that love, not just for a new beginning with somebody else, but this is also finding that love again within you, that love that pushes you forward. What is it that you need to manifest in order to feel a sense of security within, an emotional stability? Yes, it could be an energy of somebody that's coming towards you, but I feel it's you moving forward, loving you and being excited about how these new beginnings are going to be for you. It can be tough to see that when you're going through the tough times, but it feels very much like you want to get back on the horse, is what I want to say. Let's get back on the horse and find something new and exciting. The manifestations may be a little bit slow, but it seems like love is going to be something that's going to be important and a big part of this new cycle for you. All right, so let's look at your person's energy and your energy. So I'm going to clear this really quickly. So think about that person, whoever's on your mind. And that could be somebody completely different from the main reading. And let's look into what's going on with them. This is for Aquarius. All right. Their person's energy and their energy, please. So we have someone who's obviously very upset and stressed out. Most definitely. We'll get into the cards in just a second. We have the Nine of Swords for them, the Hangman in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Swords. And then for you, we have the Tower, the Two of Wands, the Fool, and the Devil. And then we have the Six of Pentacles as the overall energy. So there's definitely a need for balance between the two of you if you felt like you've been giving too much to the relationship and you haven't been getting that in return. Now, this person seems to be really stressed out about what's going on. They're trying to find a way to get out of whatever rut they're in, and I don't think it's you that they feel stuck with. It's not your energy I'm picking up on. I think they were in a state of confusion. They're trying to come out of that. But to me, with the Five of Swords, it's more of a personal stress than it is something to do with you. So if you felt like this person's been projecting difficulties or problems onto you, that is very personal for them. This is very much about an internal battle to me. Now, they could be a little bit argumentative and seem to be stressed out and wanting to bring that to you, but they're trying to get to a place where they're not stuck anymore. Now, they could just be very stressed out about the situation if something had fallen apart or isn't going well at the moment and wanting to fight for it, which is good. They're trying to get to a place where they're not stuck or confused because they don't want to be in this stressful place and they'd like to fight for what this relationship stands for. And I think they feel like there's something to be either saved or changed. For you, I see a big transition. The Tower, like I said, you're going through a big cycle change, so something could have really shifted in you. It doesn't have to be necessarily bad, it's just something's changed. and they see that. And for you, it's about what do I want long term? And can you see a future with this person? I think you're asking yourself, do I want to take a leap of faith? And can I be in this relationship? It feels like there's a lot of passion between the two of you. The devil is not always toxic energy. It's as much about finding that passion between you and that partner. So I think you want to. I think you want everything to just shift and change and you can move forward. So if you can wait out, if you will, that person's little internal stresses. For some of you, you don't want to, but I feel like in this case, there's a lot there for you. And I feel like you really love this person and you have a lot of passion towards them. So it feels like from your perspective, you'd like things to work out and you're ready for this big shift and change. So let's get the romance angels and see what's going on for Aquarius and their person. Let's cut those really quick. So we have very soon, wedding, romantic feelings, and attraction. And then children. Your love life is being affected by children. It could be for some of you. It doesn't have to be for all of you. That's kind of a very basic card. It just comes up because some people do obviously have kids. Now, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Wedding, this situation involves marriage. I have a hard time believing that this could be the person that you were married to that was splitting apart. Now, some of you may want that to work out, and there's just a lot of changes that need to be had in order for you guys, because you've gone through a big shift, no doubt about it. And possibly, could it be that? Yes. Otherwise, it could be that this is something that you were hoping would be long term, like you could see a future in possibly marrying this person. Romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. All right, so let's get a possible outcome for you. I know the readings have gotten a little bit long, guys. I'm sorry. I really want to get you the messages without skipping anything. This is for Aquarius. The possible outcome, please. So we have the Death in reverse with the King of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and then the Ace of Pentacles. So there's definitely a new stable beginning. Once somebody releases whatever burdens there are, I do see that there is a new positive, grounded beginning. Having the Ace of Pentacles at the end tells me that there's lots of thought that's been put into it. A lot of changes had to be made in order for things to shift and change, but I do see that there can be a new stable beginning. All right, so let's hit the Lover's Oracle for you. This is for Aquarius. Whoop. All right, well, that one flipped out. It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Sorry, I'm trying to read it from the floor. I don't want to reach in front and pick it up. Go with the flow, and you'll be surprised where it leads. All right, let's get the next card. This is for Aquarius. Okay. So we have power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. And then we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. All right, so let's get the last couple of messages from the Wisdom of Oracle. This is for Aquarius. See what's going on for you. We have thinker, and then building blocks, new life. Yep, very much so. Serendipity, and then we have here and now. So very much about living in the moment. Fives are about big change, and we've seen a lot of that with the Tower card for you as well as the World card twice. So it seems like being in the moment is what's going to help you get through this transition. It's hard to be present all the time. I understand that, but there's a big, big push to try to just live right here and right now. All right, so thinker, obviously you've had quite a bit on your mind. There seems to be a lot of big changes. 44, you could be seeing that often, and it could be just an indication that things are going to be okay. I tend to relate that to money. So if you have any concerns about money, I'd say don't stress too much because things are going to balance back out. Building blocks, it's rebuilding. This is a 10, it reduces to it's a 28, and that's about building things one block at a time. So refreshing, starting new. I know it can be tough, but you've got this. And then we have a new life, which is gorgeous, gorgeous energy. You're moving into this. It can be hard to see that light at the end of the tunnel right now. It reduces to a 12, which is also reduced again to a 3. So there's a couple of threes, a balance in mind, body, and soul, knowing, yes, there's going to be a new, fresh life on the other side of that difficult time. And then serendipity. So it does reduce to a 9, which can be about endings, but those endings take you into those new beginnings.